By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With special guests 3 doors down. And Mammoth WVH. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Creed returns, the Summer of '99 tour.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Double your chances to win all month long in March with 2 big promotions. On Fridays, embrace the madness and win a share of $150,000 in cash and free play. On Saturdays, starting March 8th, go for the gold and win your share of up to $10,000 in cash and free play in the 80K Fool's Gold giveaway. Enjoy live entertainment all month long and play for your chance to win big in March only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
I see people who look like me and were born probably in the same decade as me, watching all of these young people jump into the transfer portal and saying, it's ridiculous. You got to stop thinking about this like it's a normal college experience. It is not. You know what the priority is? Maximize your earning potential for every year of eligibility you have left. That's what this is about now. These are jobs.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
In honor of George Foreman, decided to do a pick 6 on 6 greatest heavyweight boxers of all time.
Number 4, my guy, Mike Tyson. There is no greater feat that I've had. Like, if I had my Mount Rushmore of things that I've accomplished in my life, the very first time I beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Bain drives.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Jaren with a knock-in.
Good defense.
Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
Let's go, go! Let's go!
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
All you American wrestling fans out there, watching this international road to WrestleMania should be a wake-up call. Turn up at these shows. Stop being so spoiled, because Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes,
I love it.
Cody Rhodes.
Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
Yeah.
I'm wagging my finger because you're telling those people that they need to do better.
Yeah.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
We touched on this earlier, the panel here, about what really has been the mainstay of the Grizzlies, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. Trip has just been awesome.
He's posting guys up. He's stronger than he's ever been. He's physical, and he's scoring all type of ways.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Live Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Wednesday, April 30th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, NBA playoffs continued last night, and we had some very interesting things that took place. We will get to all of those, as series now have gotten infinitely more interesting. We'll get to all the news and notes of the day. Jessica Benson from The Jessica Benson Show always joins us on Wednesdays. She will do so today. It's nice outside. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Everybody's having a good day. All right. Got a bunch of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which was the basketball games that were on last night. There are more big ones that are going on tonight. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senor Sack, Johnny Backpull, Johnny Bearcat, John Asparagus, Johnny Neck Carb, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser. Hello, John. Hello. Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math Navojo, the reporter, the photographer. He sure is. He's Walker 93.
I'm here to let all my fellow people out there, you and Roser especially, to let y'all know, bro, y'all need to go see Sinners, bro. Y'all need to go see it. I saw it last night.
You are the first of the three of us to make it happen, huh?
Yeah. I went to go see it last night at the Paradiso. It was slammed in that joint. It was crowded as hell.
Yep.
But I went and saw it last night, and I will tell you, as y'all know, my attention span is very short. I have an attention span of a mosquito.
A mosquito.
Yeah, mosquito.
But it lived up to the hype.
It had my attention. I raw dogged it. I didn't look at any previews, any like spoilers. Like I didn't even know what the Twitter conversation was. I just saw the people like, yo, go see Sinners.
Right. And you knew it was Michael B. Jordan,
I knew
right.
it was the
director. Ryan Coogler.
Yeah. I knew it was like, so let me go tap in. I tapped in. I was thoroughly entertained.
All right, there's another good review. Another good review that we need to go see. Now, as you see today, I was wearing something different, but now I have gotten a care package from our friends at the Detroit Pistons, who I have been a fan of all season long. There are an inordinate amount of Grizzlies connections, and there's a lot of people, you get to the point, especially in your career, where like you want to see the people that you care about happy, right? And so there are so many people on staff with that Detroit Pistons from the front office, which senior advisor Ed Stefanski, who was in our front office, who I love. Corey Moore, who is now PR director with the Detroit Pistons, was here with us and did an amazing job in Memphis. Their head coach, who I love, JB Bickerstaff, is one of my favorite people I've ever come across in the NBA. Sidney Lowe's even on his staff. That's a former Grizzlies coach.
Yeah. Vitaly Potapinko.
There's a bunch of Memphis connections to that franchise. And two guys. One, Jalen Duren, who played here at the University of Memphis, is obviously one of the Penny Hardaway guys that is in the NBA right now. And as I've told you many, many times, about 3 or I guess it's like 4 years ago now, I got a call from a guy that said, hey, I am so-and-so with Overtime Elite, and our season is going to be coming up, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. We've got 3 guys, Tyler Smith, and then these kids that are the Thompson twins, Amen and Asar Thompson, who are coming to Memphis, and they're going to be like going through a workout with Mike Miller and some others over at P7. And so if you'd like to go, you know, you can meet them, kind of see what we're about, see what we'll tell you about Overtime Elite, whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come down there. And I went home, and this was one of those moments where it's like you don't have the awareness that a kid has. So I asked my son, I'm like, hey, man, have you ever heard of the Thompson twins? And he's like, yes. And I was like, oh, you have? And I was like, well, hey, they're going to be down the street, and I'm going to go to this workout. I was like, you want to go with me? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so anyways, we pull up, and we go and see the Thompson twins. And then afterwards, both of them walk right over to me. Like, I met both their parents and these 2 kids. Like, at that time, I've told the story that, you know, the ball just comes rolling down, and Amen grabs the ball. The workout is over. Grabs the ball off the ground, jumps up, and windmills it. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, what is happening? And so we ended up watching more Overtime Elite that year just because they were so sweet to my son. I was like, man, I hope these kids turn out to be, I hope they fulfill their destiny. I was like, and there's a really good chance because I just met the parents, and the parents are just fantastic. And we're watching the whole thing, whatever, and both those kids were so sweet. And so I've always wanted, Amen and Asar to do really well. They were so nice to my son. And we got these pictures with them and whatever else. And then, weirdly enough, at that same time, we get done with the workout. He meets the Thompson twins. The workout's done, and who walks into P7 but Paolo Banchero, who is there because Mike Miller, that was his first big client, was Paolo Banchero. And so, obviously, we took a liking to Paolo as well. And so those are guys that, like, my son's always rooted for them, right, and had a fondness towards them because, he's probably, 11, 12 years old or something like that. But, I mean, you meet these guys, and these guys could not have been any sweeter. I mean, they're super great kids. And so anyways, now I'm watching last night at Paolo. Obviously, his season is over as they went down to the Celtics. And a large part of why they got run out completely is because Paolo got those fouls last night. And then to watch Asar Thompson be able to step up in the way that he has or did last night after we saw Amen, make some big plays in that game with Golden State and Houston, and to watch those Thompson twins who are not, they couldn't shoot then, they can't shoot now. But my God, can they bring a lot else to the table? And to watch them last night, it's like, bro, if you can just be effective enough to stay on the floor, because defensively, they are, I think there's a video earlier this season where I called them Super Tonys, right? Like where they're top 0.00001% athletes. Like there's nobody with that speed, size, length, all that stuff. And it's like, can you find a way to stay on the floor offensively? Because in Detroit's case, who I'm starting with because I'm wearing the Cade Cunningham shirt, and they had the huge win against New York to get them a Game 6 back at home. Mm-hmm. It's like Thompson and Holland were basically like rendered unplayable because of the offense thing. So then he has to roll Dennis Schroeder out there, who Brunson just,
post up like he in the
destroys.
Backyard.
He just destroys him.
He backyard him, bro.
I mean, he's like 60-something% against him. And so that's untenable too, right? It's like you've got to make this offense-defense choice. And then Asar Thompson last night comes up with big moments and big plays for them last night. And I was happy for Detroit, right? They are they're that young team that's in there for the first time, and they're playing against this group of tough guys for the Knicks, but they're now not in an undesirable situation. Yeah, they're down 3-2, but they get to go back home, and they've got mega confidence.
Every game's been competitive.
You watch them, and
every
it's
game's
like,
competitive.
They've been in every game. Bro.
Every game's competitive.
not only have they been in every game, they have been winning in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Like it's
of all 5 games.
And last night was super tough. When Towns hit that, like, however far out he was, when he hit that 3 to tie it, what was it, like tied it at like 97? I thought that was it. I was like, okay, this is there. The Garden's going crazy now. He just hit a monster 3 from 30 feet. Crowd's going crazy. This is good. It's like there's like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes up. It's like this is where the young team,
That's
the
right. They
Pistons,
collapse.
fall. This is where the collapse happens.
Yeah,
and
man, locked in.
Jalen Duren had 2 quick putbacks after that. And
Dude, they didn't even. And think about this. They won a game on the road where they were 8 for 29 from 3. Yeah. They shot less than 20. They shot 28% from 3.
And they won.
And won on the in this day and age in the NBA. That is. By the way, the Knicks. Well, they were only 9 for 25, so I mean they didn't. But 36% is a lot better than 28%, right? But in order to pull off that upset, and they are fighting, and I hope they win in Game 6. Not only because I want
7?
these guys that I like to have that moment, and I want Detroit to get a home playoff win. You can't go 0-3 in your 3 home playoff games when you hadn't won a playoff game in like 17 years.
That's tough.
Brutal.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Right.
And my boy K showed up in that Pelly. You couldn't go down in that Pelly jacket.
Hilarious.
I'm surprised Pelly made a comeback, man.
I don't know if they did or if have they made a comeback or is that a retro?
I think Pelly low-key made a comeback.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Shout out
All
Pelly.
right, good for them. Anyways,
Damn,
look.
they had like $1,500.
Look, last year, the playoffs were so bad. We had that New York Philly series, and we just like the rest of it. We're just coming in here, and it's like, dude, these games, like they're not even competitive. This year, this first round has been unbelievable.
It's been great.
And
you said the ratings are lining up too. They're like the most highest ratings in a long time in the first round.
Well, and look, 2 of those last night. You have Detroit winning in New York City, which was unbelievable. But that Pacers-Bucks game was insane. Like, absolutely insane. First, the Gary Trent Jr. thing is the craziest thing you can remember, right? We always talk about how the other guys have to step up. But what was it that I saw last night about Gary Trent Jr.? I think my boss at The Ringer, Bill Simmons, tweeted it that he had, where is this? I'm going to find it. Gary Trent Jr. scored 30 points 0 times this season. He made 8 threes 0 times this season. He's done it twice in 3 playoff games. That was going into last night. Then, of course, he fumbles the ball away in overtime.
He ended the season.
He fumbled the ball. But look, and that one's going to fall on Gary Trent for fumbling the ball away out of bounds.
Yeah.
Bro, they should have never in a billion years been in that spot.
Yeah.
Up 7 with less than 40 seconds to go and losing is wild. I had a guy last night where he was like, hey, look, you root for the Memphis Tigers, so you should know. Bro, that was 9 with like 2 minutes.
Talking about Kendrick started dropping the ball everywhere.
No, this is the national title.
Yeah. Okay,
But that was 9 with 2 minutes, and we missed front ends of 1-on-1. In college, you could foul, and then we had 1-and-1s.
Yeah.
So we missed the front ends of 1-and-1s. Like, that can happen. This was unfathomable.
Had no ball handlers, bro.
You shouldn't have you shouldn't have time. You shouldn't have
to
the
blow
time.
a 7-point lead. Yeah.
You shouldn't have time.
When you don't have
to be
ball
able to do
handlers,
it.
you got time, bro. Like you got Kevin Porter Jr. trying to handle
my God.
It
was just crazy.
It's bad.
It was just crazy. And then, look, Haliburton gets his day. The overrate that tweet after it was over, after that Athletic article came out where they called him the most overrated player. And
Bing got Giannis for the win.
I can't remember who posted this last night, but I think I agree. And I think you guys will too. I don't think players actually think Tyrese Haliburton is the most overrated player. I think they don't like him.
They just think he's corny, bro.
They think he's the most annoying. Like, that was a way to call the guy annoying, to disapprove. Like, they don't
corny.
actually.
I think it's the most corny award.
But they don't actually think he's the most overrated player.
Yeah.
I think they don't. I think they respect that he is a good player.
Yeah.
I think that they don't like him.
That's a translation of who you think is the most corny in the NBA.
Dude, that's a legendary drive and finish.
On Giannis?
Down one on Giannis. And then, of course, I will say this on Tyrese Haliburton's behalf. I thought the way he handled the whole dad situation was as well as you can at the moment, right? You know, I think it's easy at that point to, like, stand up for your dad or whatever, right? You know what I mean? That was super embarrassing. You know, I got in a big discussion with Gary about this morning, and he was asking me, like, what did you think about this? And I was like, look, and you guys know, because I talk to you guys all the time about this. I've been in gyms for the last better part of a decade. I've seen everything. I've seen guys fist fight. I've seen people follow refs to their car. I've seen people, I saw in an AAU game one time that William was in, I saw two dads get up. This was in the summer on a Tuesday night on a game. We're not playing for anything, and it's not being recorded. And I saw two dads start yelling at each other so much that they said, let's just go outside at Briarcrest. And
it means more, bro.
And 10 other parents have to follow them outside to stop it. So when I see something and everybody's like, you know, can't believe that something, obviously, look, when your son's a professional athlete and they're making millions of dollars, it's crazy to think. But I'm telling you, parents act in a different way now than they have ever acted. But forget my parents. I never saw that when I was a kid growing up. And it is my generation. So I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's embarrassing. Like, I am the generation with kids now, and I see it all the time. And it's like, bro, this matters way too much to you. And then I'm sure his dad was drunk. I'm sure. Right,
bro. The way he ran on the court,
to
bro.
Run up in Giannis's face as his
funny,
whole season has ended. And by the way, think about how much has been on his mind for the last 48 hours.
Yeah.
And then his whole season ends, and then he's waving a flag of his son, yelling, "That's what the F we do." I mean, that is crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He had to come step to you, bro. If T would have did that, they would have called CNN on us.
Oh my God,
they would have called freaking the Air Force One to come in and T. Morrell did that.
And I'll be honest with you, and I know T has been brash on the sidelines, whatever.
Yeah,
I do not think he would ever do that.
He would never do that. Bro,
never.
Look at this, bro. Look at that fit is nasty, by the way. The sweatpants with the jersey is disgusting. But, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing,
How about this? And it's also different. Like,
look
Giannis,
at this man, bro.
Giannis said in his postgame he did not know that was his dad.
Oh, he thought
that was a fan.
Yeah. But look at the way he's dressed, bro. Come on, he looks like a random fan. Like, look at this fit.
He
bro.
does look like a random fan.
That fit is so nasty.
Why are you doing that?
What are you wearing?
So I was happy that Haliburton disavowed it and was like, look, that is embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. It's like I told you. I said that game after we left it that I just told you about, walked out, and there's people that have much worse horror stories than me. But I remember having a conversation with William after the game, and I'm like, did you see those two dads like walk out? Like they stormed out, like they were gonna go. And I was like, they're really gonna go outside and fist fight each other? And then what are they gonna explain to their sons when they get in the car?
I was fighting for you, son. I was fighting for you out there.
It's just crazy.
I had to let him know, son, that you are. I was standing on business for you.
And I'll tell you this, like
I doubt they talk like that.
Oh my bad. Hey, sorry, son. I had to let him know that I wanted to fight for your.
I don't think they talk like that either.
This was look. I'm telling you this. He's lucky that was Giannis too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He is.
Yes.
Because even like LeVar Ball wouldn't do no crazy stuff like that.
No, he's lucky it was Giannis. And Giannis obviously got mad, but he also was able to show some restraint.
I mean, they went nose to nose, bro.
But I'm saying a guy whose season just got ended in that way, running up on him and saying, that's what we do.
Right.
That's who we are. And start cussing him out.
Yeah.
Bro.
If he would have done that to Kevin Porter Jr.,
let that happen to Ant.
I'm trying to think who would have crashed out.
yeah, I mean, Kevin Porter Jr. was also on that court.
Kevin Porter Jr. didn't give a damn, Rosa. He just, he's there for the vibes.
I'll tell you. No, Kevin Porter Jr. looked like he wanted to go to jail.
Yeah, he's
ready to
over
scrap?
this.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. I saw it last night.
Look, he has got a fuse that. Bro, he threw a bowl of soup at an assistant.
He did do that.
He crashed out and tore up their locker room because they gave his locker to somebody else in Cleveland.
And he did my girl daddy.
But we literally were playing them.
Yes,
and he just got up and left in the middle of the game.
Yeah, Kevin Porter is a scumbag. My bad.
Yeah, so I mean, he could have crashed out for sure. But like, no, there are other.
Somebody said Bobby Portis. Yeah, he would have probably.
Would you run up on Anthony Edwards if he lost at the buzzer, saying that's what we do?
No,
I would not be. I wouldn't test it.
Yeah.
That's what I tell
Bobby
you.
Portis is probably
All the emotions that are going into that right now, and now you had a guy right in front of you yelling, "That's what the f we do." Get the out of here, but
yeah, it's tough.
Cussing him out.
Yeah.
And you're not even a part of anything. Like, bro, imagine if a play.
Ja would have punched that guy too.
Dude, forget a fan. Hey, imagine if somebody from wherever, like, imagine what we would have thought if that was a player on Oklahoma City that ran up in whoever's face after the game yelling at him. So this isn't even a player. This is a dad.
This is a dad, bro. He ran to the free throw line.
You think about this. If a player did that, people would look at it as the most disrespectful thing you can imagine.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, for sure. Like, you would think of it as, like, just so intensely disrespectful. The fact that a father did that is wild.
He got to get banned, bro.
That's wild.
They can't give him the special treatment. He got to at least for the playoffs, bro. You got to get a nice little band ski.
The other thing is,
you can't come back to the games, watch them from the.
Yeah, or you got to go to a suite.
Yeah.
You can't sit courtside. You got to be up in a suite.
I'll tell you this, and I will say this on their behalf. I thought Giannis handled it as best you could possibly handle it, and I think that Haliburton handled it as best as you could possibly handle it.
Giannis
Honestly,
is
like, that could have been a disaster, bro.
Yeah, Giannis,
that could have turned so bad.
He put him in a sleeper hold.
Yeah, Giannis is the best.
But also
and then
Giannis
we
winning,
saw
like,
everybody's seen his comments.
He
after
went
Giannis
Benedict Mathurin and grabbed him by the palmed his head. So let's not.
Bro, he might have he
He
could
was
have
a
crushed
crash out
Benedict
shit for
Mathurin's
sure.
skull.
Like, he grabbed him like this. I'm like, Giannis, are you good?
He's probably stressed to the max.
I also think Benedict Mathurin probably said something.
As you said, Dave, he's a real crash out too.
If there's anybody that gets the benefit of the doubt in the world, it's Giannis. Come on.
And I quote, let me see. I got you. What exactly?
Would Benedict Mathurin say something?
No, I got.
No, did he say what he said?
I know someone that knows him. That they know exactly what he said. Oh yeah, you're a BAN. You're a super BAN.
Mathurin said that?
Yeah.
To Giannis.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
You a BAN.
What do you expect?
Grab him by the face.
I mean, that is one of those, like, bro, if you want to say this to me, you're not going to disrespect me like that. I'll palm your head.
He did palm his.
I will palm your head.
I'll palm your head, bro.
That's almost better.
I will palm your head.
That is better than. Don't you think that's better than, like, if Giannis went back and punched him? Like, this is.
I'm gonna show
palm your
you.
head.
Yes. I'm gonna show you what I'm about
They're
here.
very grabbing man like this.
Hey, I will palm your head. Just understand what I'm capable of doing to you. You are not to be talking to me like that.
No.
And the other thing, that's what's so weird. Why are they barking at him that way?
Hey, Giannis?
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Because he's probably in the court calling him the N-word in his accent.
Maybe
accent.
he is. Maybe he is.
In his freak
I'll tell you
accent.
this though. I thought for what could have been a disastrous situation, everybody kind of handled it the best way it could have possibly been handled afterwards.
For sure,
That's it,
for
honestly.
sure.
Like, and I think we're lucky that it was those in that situation. that it was Tyrese Haliburton and Tyrese Haliburton's dad, and it was Giannis. I think that is the best case scenario. I think in another world, if that happens, buddy, I mean, you could have that could have been very bad.
Because even they had like the video.
Because it's a crushing way to lose.
They were going face to face at one point too, like nose to nose. Like it wasn't just on some like nose to nose, like about to square up. Like that was it really could have got.
Bro, if Oklahoma City was screaming at the Grizzlies after they beat them.
Hold on. Like screaming at the.
This is what I always say. Fair is fair. We are around and are at an arena all the time. So you have to think about yourself if you were in that situation. If it was your team in that situation. When you get eliminated from the playoffs and if somebody's coming up to you calling you a BAN and they're screaming at you and a dad's up in your face and what it's like, I mean, at that point, it's like, dude, I don't know what could happen. The emotions are so high anyways. And now, like, now you're acting like that after you win?
I mean, okay.
That's just not.
Oklahoma City doing that to us would be ridiculous because they're the ones. Dude, if we would have beaten them, our players 100% would have been yelling up in their face.
No, they wouldn't.
Our team?
No.
Yes, they would.
We don't have those characters.
Bro, Ja laid it in and literally started yelling in Chet Holmgren's face.
Yeah, no, but we don't.
He bumped him, Roser. He pushed him.
But we don't have those. No, we don't. We don't have those.
Talking about like in their faces, I think there would have.
After it's over,
if we would have beat them. Oh, for sure.
Yes, they would have.
popped our shit for sure.
Oh, dude, Ja would have been bye-bye. Yeah, Ja would have popped
they hate
his
them?
shit. Yes.
I don't think they hate him.
Yes.
They didn't play like. They didn't play like it.
I mean, but I know.
Well, they're not capable of that. But
sometimes you don't.
I'll tell you this.
You're bringing spoons to a
gunfight. I'll tell you this. Last night, when you see that happen after the game, I think it is a sign, and I saw Mark Cuban talking about this the other day. Like, they are allowing these games to get so physical, and there's so much barking, and we, as fans, absolutely love it because it's playoff basketball. But you are watching this heightened level of competition, and you are also watching this heightened level of emotion. Someone is going to crash out. That is my... At some point, somebody is actually going to crash out.
I love it.
In one of these,
all
right?
All this nice stuff, I love it.
It's so tense right now. Like, you're watching it, and then you're watching guys get into it, and it's like, at some point, like, the wrong guy it's going to happen with. And so, like, you almost saw with that, like, you are and everybody always says, like, oh, yeah, everybody always does the hold me back, whatever. Like, you saw Aaron Gordon almost crash out in that deal. You saw the Tari Eason, Draymond Green thing, it's like, bro, you're so close to something exploding. Seriously, like, there is a lot of very narrow self-control and people stopping things, but you are seeing the emotions get so hot. And everybody seems to be running so hot. And then last night, it felt like a culmination of this, running hot and everything. Because the more intense this stuff gets and the more physical it gets and the more whatever. And so that was at the conclusion of a series. But now we still have these hotly contested games that are left, right? Where teams are going to be playing for their playoff lives. And we have gotten narrowly close on like 4 or 5 different occasions in this deal where if the wrong guy is involved, like, you could for sure see somebody crashing out.
Don't let them lose on Game 6. The shirt you wearing?
Oh.
Because Ron Holland he's been held, like, his own teammates have had to push him off of people multiple times in the New York series. Like, he's been standing over people like, yo, what the, like,
I'll tell you this.
You got to calm down, bro. It's the second quarter, dog. But I love it, though. I love it.
Wait till you see, backs against the wall Rockets tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ime might get in the mix tonight, boy.
I mean.
He might get in the ring and brawl.
I mean, you even saw when Tari Eason is attempted to be talked to by Draymond Green.
Oh, yeah.
And Amen Thompson rolled up right in there and was like, stop talking to him. I'm like, oh, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait till that first wrestling match happens with Draymond tonight. And it might be Thompson. It might be Draymond. It might be Tyrese. It might be, you don't know.
Love it,
and any
bro.
of them could possibly crash out.
I love it. That's what we need.
You know what I mean? At any given point, and obviously with the Pistons and the Knicks thing, the Pistons and the Knicks thing hasn't gotten as heated as you thought.
They can crash out. Just don't go in the crowd and do it. Like,
right.
Yeah, y'all just get a little pushy push, you know?
Which that's probably going to happen eventually,
But
too,
you even saw it with the Denver thing, and obviously Denver, like that is, to me, they are the big story of last night. And it made me question, obviously, look, playoff Harden and his concert date performances.
Sold out days,
Are,
baby.
what was it, 3 for 9 last night?
I believe so. Let me go double check.
I mean,
3 for 9.
He has put together in a crucial game 5. I mean, he has put together just a absolute resume
Masterclass.
of big game
Masterclass.
of big game smallness, small game James. And one of the things that I did wonder last night as that thing was caving in on the Clippers is, I know they have Ty Lue and they have Jeff Van Gundy, whatever, but like, and I always talk about like the players have to run the show. It is at some point, it is a little bit of, and the reason I had a flashback to when they blew it in the bubble, if you remember. That was their best version of the Clippers then. And we were going to get Clippers-Lakers, and we didn't because they blew it. And I remember at that time coming in here talking about how you feel like they lost and they went to the locker room and Paul George isn't saying anything. And Kawhi's just putting on his backpack and going home, and he'll be back at work tomorrow. And it's like, who's the guy that's going to stop this, right? You know what I mean? Like, that is the detriment of having a team where your best player is not, he's
lead by example guy.
Lead by example guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
I'm not gonna
they
rah-rah.
are a veteran-laden team, but you also feel like they don't have the guy that's barking. And I'm not saying I don't know. I'm saying James Harden's not that guy, and Kawhi's not that guy.
Yeah.
Right? And so then you see the rest of that group, and it starts going the wrong way on them last night, and they're steady, and they're just kind of playing it out. But, I mean, that Jamal Murray performance.
He was getting off, boy.
With the amount of perimeter defenders you have, that should never be possible.
No. Yeah, he's going federal.
I mean, has there ever been a guy like that?
There's like a tweet somebody said,
he
how
still
would
hasn't
you
made an all-star team,
No,
right?
Jamal Murray?
Yes, where he turns into
one of the best players on the court.
Yeah,
every year this happens, and you're like, good grief! Like, it is the most bizarre thing that he is. Like his career stats don't jump off the page.
Yeah.
His career resume doesn't jump off the page, but he does show up in these playoffs. It happens every year, and there's one of these games where you're like, oh, my God.
He now has 6 40-point games in the playoffs.
That's insane.
Jokic only has 5.
Dang.
He's got more 40-point games in the playoffs than Jokic does.
By the way, he did it very ethical, too, by the way. A 43-piece nugget with 1 free throw.
And he had 8 threes?
8 threes, yeah.
Very ethical hoops.
7 is 26 from the field.
Ethical hoops, man.
Very efficient.
Hey, the one that he, took on the fast break where he just pulled up from 35 feet, and then he did the superhero pose.
Yeah, that tells you he fell.
I was like, oh my God.
Boy, that baggy jersey out there hooping.
And the crazy thing is, the level of energy, you can blame it on the 5,000 altitude and the travel, and I don't know. Bro, that was 2 completely different levels of fight and energy.
Oh, yeah.
And look, I know there's a lot of media members that were there that were absolutely punching the air watching Westbrook. I've always been a fan.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, he's going a different speed and a different intensity than 9 players when he got out there. It was like he was shot out of an...
I would love
not even a cannon. Like a friggin' bazooka.
Yes, like a bazooka, bro. Flying around, doing everything.
Everything.
Like this is like
27-year-old
Westbrook.
I am not losing tonight.
Yeah, bro. I love
Understand.
I love Westbrook so much, bro.
And guys like that, like this is the reason Jokic won. It's like, and again, he could very well have a 1 for 14. And we all like there is a good and there is a bad, of which I've always been aware of. But to me, the good on a night like that in a pivotal game 5, dude, he was unbelievable. Force of nature.
He doesn't let the people around you drop your level of energy.
No.
Like, if you drop your level of energy, Russ is going to be like, no, bro, what are you doing? Let's go. I'm playing hard. You better play hard, too.
He is a force of nature.
36 years old, bro.
You watched it last night, and you're like, dude, this guy is a force of nature.
Yeah, Westbrook's
so you've and the other thing is you've got to meet this.
That's what I'm saying. You got to.
My team has to, and my opponent has to. You've got to meet this level of intensity because I will die tonight.
This Tasmanian devil, boy.
Right? You really feel. I always say that guys that are like, I will die on the court.
Well,
if that's what it takes.
If he declines his his player option, he's a free agent.
Oh, Russell Westbrook, I got a home for you, buddy.
He's got it's like a $3.1 million player option.
I got a bridge front on Bill Street I can sell you, my guy.
I'd absolutely
Russell
love to have
Westbrook,
him.
come be a Grizzly. Come hang out with us, buddy.
Which would be insane because I hated that guy for so many years when he was with the Thunder. I hated him.
Same way we hated Draymond, but we'd take it. I mean, it's like, bro, there are guys.
I don't think we've ever hated Draymond.
There are guys that raise the collective level.
Yeah,
Westbrook.
And you watched him last night, and like, bro, they're only playing 6.
So
they
play 6. The Nuggets have now won. This is fun fact. The Denver Nuggets have now won 14 straight Game 5s at home. 13 in Denver, 1 in the bubble. Their last loss in a home Game 5 was May 17th, 1988.
I mean, it is so much, though. To do all of this travel and to play 40-something minutes every single night. Like, I'm not burying the Clippers yet. I think that it's easy to bury the Knicks. It's easy to bury the Clippers. It's easy to it was easy to bury the Pistons before last night's game.
Right.
In fairness, everybody buried the Bucks. They should have won the game. Yeah, we should be watching a game 6.
Yeah.
Or no, game 5, right? No.
That was Game 5.
That was Game 5.
Game 6. We should be going back to Milwaukee.
We should
for
be
game
watching
6.
a Game 6 in Milwaukee, right?
Yes.
The same way we're getting a Game 6 in Detroit, the same way we're getting a Game 6 in the Clippers. And I'm not going to bury the Clippers yet because we watched it last year. Everybody buried, myself included, we buried the Timberwolves last year.
Yeah.
And then they won 5, and then they won 6, and then they went and won 7. And you saw in that fourth quarter, I mean, they had a 20-something point lead or whatever it was, or 17-point lead that they blew in the fourth quarter because it's like there is going to come at some point, and hopefully if you're a Nuggets fan, you're like, dude, end this before the culmination comes. There's going to come a culmination of this is a lot of minutes and a lot of travel and a lot of games.
Yes.
In a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And it crashed out for them in a Game 7 in the fourth quarter when Minnesota had like all the energy in the world. And then you're like, what just happened? How?
Yep. Yeah.
And so if you're them, I mean, because of your severe lack of depth, I feel like you for sure need to take care of that in 6.
Yep.
I don't want to even play a 7 on my home floor. Not because, look, of course I'd rather play a 7 at my home floor rather than on the road.
Get it over when you can, bro.
But that series is what we thought it was going to be, which is 2, like, super evenly matched teams. And we've seen 2 blowouts and 3 amazing games. And so we'll see what we get in 6. But I wouldn't bury the Clippers yet.
No, I wouldn't. But
you know
also,
what I mean?
last night I thought about it. I was like, I forgot that James Harden still exists.
Oh my God!
They said James Harden has not scored 20 points in a game 5, 6, or 7 in any playoff series since the Raptors series in 2022.
That's insane. That is insane.
Wait, has not scored what?
20 points in a game 5, 6, or 7 in a playoff series since the Raptors series in 2022.
I mean, there's no
small game James, baby.
I mean, seriously, there's absolutely no excuse. There's no excuse for it.
No.
Yeah.
He took the 5th most amount of shots last night, didn't he? He took less shots than Bogdanovich.
Talking about James.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, like I said, yeah, he took.
That's insane.
Zubac took 15, Kawhi took 15, Norman Powell took 12, Bogdan took 11. It was him after.
So
that.
the 5th most amount of shots on the team.
Yep, and you're supposed to be one of the best
Come on,
players.
well, you're a Hall of Famer.
You were 11 points, 8
an
rebounds,
MVP.
4 turnovers, 4 personal fouls.
Oh, throwing the ball all around and
fouling people.
3 shots, make 3 shots in the game. Yeah,
Harden is an MVP, an 11-time All-Star, 6-time first-team All-NBA, a 3-time scoring champion, 2-time assist leader, 1-time third-team All-NBA.
He a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah,
top 75. He top 75.
He was on the top
for sure.
He was on the top 75 team.
But
too.
if you put him in the playoffs, woo.
Well, and here's the deal.
It gets sticky.
That team has been so good and so connected defensively. Like, it's 131 points. This is what we talked about even with the Grizzlies down the stretch of the season. When I would try to come up with positives, I'm like, you scored enough. You can't give up 100. You're not winning 132 to 131, right? That's not your game. You need that thing to be. You need that to be because look, the Clippers scored 115 points. You look at the last 6 weeks of the season. That's a win for them.
Yeah,
because they're not. They can give up 114, which is that would be bad for them.
Right.
131. Jamal Murray's got 43.
43.
And it was kind of a pick your poison thing where it's like, dude, that's the adjustments that get made throughout this. And you see, like, as time goes on, different guys, like, have to step up because you know the attention is going to be paid. So it's like, okay, well, we did a really good job on this guy. But, so, like, if you're Houston, you go, it'll be interesting to see how they conduct themselves for a do-or-die game. Because I think part of it is you go, bro, Nikola Jokic had 36, 21, and 8. Like, we got to do something with this. But then you do something with it, and the other guy has 43. That's why I'm saying on the Houston front, you go, bro, we did an amazing job on Curry. But Jimmy Butler had 25, 7, and 6 or whatever, right? And Pods had 28. And it's like, what do we want? This is the predicament that Jokic puts you in. And so now what is going to be the reaction, right? If the other guys can make you pay for it, now you have to reassess how you deal with the best player.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm saying it makes it so much more fun on the Houston front. How do you now, because right here that's the ebb and flow of these series. Yeah. Curry went crazy. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, we got to stop this. We got to do a better job on Steph Curry. You did. And then Pods had 28 and then Jimmy and my opinion is you've got to just live with the results of the other guys. Typically, Jokic may be the one that is the extenuating factor here. Like what I'm saying is he may be the one that's not the case.
Will you just let him get off?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
He might be the one where you just decide.
Let him score 60.
Right, because and Curry, I think I'd play that out the same way and be like, bro, if Podzinski's going to score 28, then we're going to lose. Same way we did, and you see all the time, where it's like, oh, if I'm going to lose, like somebody's going to have to make that choice with Oklahoma City. And they're going to decide, are we going to let this be the SGA show and shut down everybody else? Or are we going to make SGA's life hell and we'll live with it? And Aaron Wiggins and Lou Dort and Kason Wallace and Chet, you guys have to beat us.
I mean, that was our strategy. That's the way to defend. Like it was like,
and you have to beat us. But what's not going to happen is this guy's not going to be going crazy. And so those are the predicaments that stars put you in. That's why we have seen like Anthony Edwards have 9 assist games and 1 assist games, and Luka Doncic, right? he's setting everybody up and he's getting off. And then the next, I think he had like 1 assist.
He had like 1 assist.
Yeah,
one assist
So
and 2
it's-
rebounds
right,
or something.
But these are the choices that you have to make defending in the playoffs. And it's like now you feel like the reaction will be, well, shit, we can't let that happen with Murray because, I mean, if this guy's going to, right? Like, okay.
He was running free. He was running free as a mother.
Right. If this is what you want to do, then Jamal Murray is scoring 40.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I will, and that is the trick on the Jamal Murray stuff with the whole playoff Murray. Because we saw Jamal Murray, we saw him playing for Canada. Like, Jamal Murray is a great tandem piece for Nikola Jokic. He is also the benefactor of playing with Nikola Jokic, right? That's what I'm saying. But he is so good that if you're not going to, if you're going to make sure that Jokic doesn't go 36, 21, and 8, then this guy can kill you. He's good enough to kill you. Like, he's good enough to do that, no matter what you want to say about him. And we've seen it in the playoffs.
I mean, he's a champ.
And,
he's a champ for sure.
But I'm saying you are the benefactor of. Yeah. And it's like, he's too good for you to pull off what you want to pull off.
Yeah. He ain't like
which
one of
is
those
making
role
it hard
players.
on Jokic.
Yeah.
And it's so, if he's, and Porter too. Porter Jr. and Russ, and the other guys are going to step up that much. And that's why the Oklahoma City thing is going to be fascinating. And mostly tonight is going to be fascinating. You saw last night. It's like, hey, man, Jalen Brunson's 4 for 16. It becomes a lot harder deal if Jalen Brunson's going to be 4 for 16 in the game. And so, on the Curry front, that's going to be very fascinating because they got wrecked by Curry, and then they did an amazing job on Curry. But Jimmy Butler went off, and Podziemski, I think you've just got to keep on doing that with Curry and say, bro, if we lose to Brandon Podziemski, we lose to Brandon Podziemski.
Yeah.
We did that years ago, and we lost to Kevon Looney and Andrew Wiggins. We did a great job on the others. Great job. It wasn't like we walked away and been like, God, can't beat this guy. You did a great job on them. And so you have to make your choices. I am more always in the favor of make the role guys beat you, but sometimes they do. Look, Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves did the Grizzlies in.
Yep, sure
And
did.
then you look.
I mean, now Jay McDaniels doing it to the Lakers. Jay McDaniels, Donte DiVincenzo.
Right.
They doing it to the Lakers.
Julius
Randle. They doing it to the Lakers now.
Right.
Because they're like, yo, Ant, you're not going to just barbecue us.
Right. And so if you're other guys, and look, last year, the Oklahoma City series ends. I mean, if you're an Oklahoma fan, you have nightmares of freaking Derrick Jones Jr. and P.J. Washington.
Mm-hmm.
They were trading 25-point games.
Yep.
It's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
But that's the gravity of Doncic, the gravity of Curry, the gravity of Ant.
Yeah.
Now the gravity of Jokic. They're putting you into these, in many cases, impossible choices. And I'm just more on the side of Denver may be the one where you just have to decide, all right, if he's going to score 50, he's going to score 50.
That's always the way I feel about Denver.
Right.
I haven't said
but
that.
I
said that last year. I was like,
it's the
let Jokic score
assist.
60.
It's the assist number that has to stay low.
Yeah, let Jokic score 60,
because
bro.
Right.
Because Jokic don't want to score 60, but he'll do it if he have to.
Yeah. He's like, it's the Gasol on steroids. You remember, Mark Gasol? It's like Gasol never was comfortable.
Right.
When the Grizzlies needed him to score, that's not what he's comfortable doing. It's not playing the right way.
Well,
Jokic's the same way.
Everybody
He
knows
doesn't want to do that.
And do you remember how Spoelstra just absolutely shut down anybody that brought it up? But you remember in that finals with Denver and the Heat, there was one of the games that the Heat won. Go look at, pull this up, if you will. The Heat win that they had against the Nuggets. Now go look at Jokic's line in the Heat win.
I think I remember that.
They won one game, right?
They won the finals in what year? Yeah.
Yeah.
The one win, that was his highest scoring numbers.
What was it?
He had 41 on 28 shots, 41, 11, and 4 assists. That was his highest scoring number in the finals. He had 41.
And there was that question about and Spoelstra just totally wrote the guy off. And it's like, bro, that was a totally reasonable question. It's very obvious that you did not dedicate your whole defensive game plan to
score.
making life hell on this guy.
He had 27 in game 1, 41 in game 2, 32 in game 3, 23 in game 4, and then 28 in game 5.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The one game they won, though,
was the one he scored 40 plus.
And he took 28 shots. How many times does he take 28 shots? Never.
Yeah,
no, it's rare.
He ain't getting it up that much.
Bro, you're more likely to have him 16 shots.
Bro, Yoke in Game 4 against the Suns in that playoffs, the boy had 53, 11, and 4.
Oh, look.
53?
Look, the Gordon tip-in game, Dev. God. Nobody even talked about the fact that he had 31, 26, and 8 or whatever. Or what was it? 36, insane. 21, and I'm like, bro, like anybody else does that? And it is by far the biggest story in the world.
Yeah, he had 36, 21.
There was
36,
a part of me.
8.
There was a part of me last night. There was a part of me last night because I've been on the Clippers front, and I'm not, as I told you, I'm not putting them dead yet. There was a part of me as I was watching it last night. I was like, can you imagine? This is going to come out probably right before they play. It would be incredible narrative / drama when SGA wins the MVP over Jokic and then they have to face each other.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yep.
There's no bad options on the Oklahoma City front.
I kind of want that storyline.
Right?
I know I've been like
and then, because can't you hear it? It's like, if that's the guy you voted for MVP, as Jokic, is just destroying Harden's team.
Who's the real MVP?
Right?
Like every time they go to the free throw line, MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be dope. I kind of want that now, actually.
Very Jordan Malone-esque.
Yeah,
because I could all
right.
Because the other,
where it's like Jordan wanted to rip his heart out.
Well, and you've got the Westbrook thing too.
Oh yeah,
Westbrook playing OKC. Because the other side of it too is not, like if it is the Clippers, dude, I could also see the Thunder defense just freaking
Harden
destroying Harden.
I know.
Like just.
Trust me. I had that moment last night. I'm like, I can't
James
believe
Harden. We talked up the Clippers, and it's freaking still James Harden.
It's still James Harden.
I think that's the thing we forgot about.
Yeah.
It's still James Harden.
Yeah.
You thought it, well, bro. It's like one of those like he's not needed to be the best guy. This is a good spot for him. He's had a great season.
Still finds a way to ruin it.
He still finds a way to be small.
Yes, it's unbelievable.
He just doesn't show. He doesn't show up.
Yeah, bro. Somebody forgot to tell him that.
You've got to trick him into thinking it's not a big game.
Like it's game 1.
Yeah, you've got to like hypnotize
him. Hey, James, we're playing game 1 again.
You have to hypnotize him.
It's game 37 in January.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And your Adidas deal is on the line.
Yeah. No more of those shoes. By the way, very slept on. James Harden. I'm on wax. Probably one of the best signature shoes in the game right now.
Yes.
Can I just acknowledge
I love them shoes.
How on Adidas's nuts you've been
what are you talking
as a I will never wear anything other than Nike guy.
I've never worn
every
Adidas,
time. I know, but you're like the ants, man. The ants are, and now you're like the Hardens, man. Do you notice that every shoe you talk about loving is an Adidas shoe?
No, that's cap.
Yeah, it's happened.
That's cap.
That's happened.
Don't put that. Don't do
You
that.
do like the
Thank you,
job.
Roser.
There's only 2.
You do like
Thank you,
There's
Roser.
only 2 Adidas shoes I've vouched
You
for.
have talked up the ant and the Hardens. You have talked those way more than you ever did the Ja 2s.
Hey, that's cap. Don't put
the
that.
No,
I told y'all the
cap.
I said the Ja 3 is probably the best one
you
of them
did,
all.
but not the Ja 2s. You have talked up those more than the
You
Ja 2s.
want to get real sneaky with it?
See, I'm not wearing no Adidas, bro.
The Dons are good.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
That's cap.
Hey, you know what else is
The
good?
Don what?
You know what else is good?
Don what? You got a pair?
The Dames are good.
Which ones?
They're always
the new
good.
joints?
Oh my God.
The new Dames are tough.
The Lego Dames are the best ones ever.
Yeah, the new Dames are tough.
With the Lego of him doing the bye-bye.
See, you said the new Dames are tough. There, you Adidas.
See?
Bro, I'm not. Y'all never gonna see me. Y'all never gonna find me wearing Adidas.
AKA Mr. Adidas.
No, don't call me Mr. Adidas. You ain't never gonna see me wear those 3 stripes.
We just need Jaron to sign with
Jaron
him.
know better. Jaron, you know better, bro. I'm wearing this shirt. Shout out Michigan State.
He loves the Hardens and he loves the AEs. You love the ants.
I do love the ants. Bro, I was at All Star and they had like a whole like little thing set up, and I had to talk myself out of buying a pair of ants because I can't wear Adidas. I can't do it, bro. No 3 stripes, bro. Swooshes for life. If you know, you know.
I've tried to explain to you. Until they pay you, you can wear whatever you want.
Bro, it's because of my dad, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, until he pays you.
My dad instilled this in me at a young age, bro. My dad worked at Nike, and like all I wore.
I understand.
All I wore as a kid was Nike stuff.
I'm going to tell you this.
It's also like
This is a crazy thing, but I understand. And I still, to this day, it's changed a little bit over the years. I'm more lenient, but there was a long time I would not use anything other than Energizer batteries.
See?
I mean, it was my whole my dad was an executive for Energizer.
Yeah.
Our garage had a bunch, that was the best benefit ever, is we had batteries all the time. But it was the Energizer bunny, and Duracell was the competition. So if I saw something with Duracells, I'm like, nah, that ain't it, right? You know what I mean? My dad worked for Energizer for 35 years.
Yeah, my dad used to bring boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of Nike stuff home every week. So
so the other is a competition, and it gets instilled in you early. I still look at batteries in this way. If I have a preference, I will. But I've now at
your ripe age.
I mean, those Amazon batteries are cheap, brother, and I was having to put them in my stupid traveling recorder all the time. And my dad don't get no free batteries no more.
My dad is not
that
getting free
got
Nike
cut
stuff
off.
no more.
Yeah, it cuts off.
But look, bro, I still gotta stay loyal to the soil, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay loyal to the soil. Nike swoosh for life. It's just I don't know. It just looks better to me. Nike stuff
Except
just looks,
those AEs.
The AEs are tough.
What those?
But the AE, I will say this: AE1s are tough. AE2s,
they botched
good
it.
87, bro.
They botched it.
They're 87s.
No,
bro.
they botched it.
87, good.
They
mid.
had such a good
regular
momentum.
Gas, Roser.
I always worry about that.
87.
I always think that stuff would get caught in those little holes on the side on the ones though.
20 little bubbles.
Yeah, I think that'd be hard as hell to clean.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think they'd be really hard to clean. There's too many crevices.
Yeah, there's a lot of crevices.
You know what I mean?
In the ones.
If you are just hooping in them, it's fine.
But
But I'm saying if you were wearing them out,
Yeah.
I think they would just. Yeah, I think that'd be tough.
I would say I would test it out for you, but I can't do that. The way my life is set up, I can't. What am I wearing today? Let's see what I'm wearing today. I got these on. These beautiful shoes.
Heat on the feet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You going skateboarding after the show?
Yeah, bro. Nike SBs, bro. You know what
You're
I'm
going to
saying?
go skateboarding.
Yeah, bro. Shout out my Tony Hawk.
Look at Tony Hawk.
Yeah, that's me. Is there any black skateboarders back in the day?
Travis Scott skateboard.
Lil
You
Wayne.
don't count, bro.
Huh?
You don't count either.
Didn't Lil Wayne skate?
Yeah, Lil Wayne skated.
You're like truck fit. Did you wear truck fit?
No.
I know
Truck
you don't
fit?
wear truck fit. I'm
No.
not going to
What
ask
is
you.
truck fit?
You don't remember truck fit?
Is that a
remember
brand?
it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have that.
Y'all never heard of truck fit?
No, I've heard of Truck Fit.
I don't remember that.
It was Lil Wayne's when he was skateboarding.
Yeah.
It was like his brand.
I'm tapped in.
Oh, shut up. Corny. So corny. All right, tonight we have Houston and we have Golden State, and then we have the Timberwolves and the Lakers. This is an amazing night.
Good
Pivotal
night.
game 5.
An amazing night.
Good night for Bump, baby.
This is an amazing. If the ratings are not immense for tonight, I will be absolutely stunned. You're going Curry and LeBron back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and LeBron and Luka, their season's on the line, and as I told you, bro, LeBron got knocked out in 5 last year.
Yeah.
You go out in the first round in 5, 2 years in a row.
Bro, if Ant can knock
This
out,
is a legacy game.
if he can
It's
knock
a
out,
legacy.
it is a legacy game.
It's a legacy
They're
game.
gonna put that at the bottom of first take.
LeBron has to be like immense.
Oh, I'm sure
tonight,
they already
right?
talked about it on First
Bro,
Take. What
if
does this
Anthony
mean for
Edwards can
LeBron's
knock out
legacy?
KD and LeBron back-to-back years,
And Luka
and Luka
and Jokic
and
last year.
Yo, that's
It'll be Luka revenge from last year.
that's respect, bro.
Big moment for
that's
Rudy
respect,
Gobert
bro.
too.
For who?
Rudy Gobert. You know, Luka freaking crossed him up so many times in that Western Conference Finals last
He
year.
did fillet him last year.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be great games. All right, Jessica Benson from the Jessica Benson Show is going to join us as she does on Wednesdays. The basketball season is over, which means there's less stuff to do in Memphis than there was a week ago because we were having games all the time down at FedEx Forum. She's going to give us things to do. Now that you are, look, you just heard Devin go to the movies yesterday.
Devin went to the movie.
I did go to the movie. You know, I never go to the
I've
movies.
been to a couple different restaurants. Like I've been there. We do have more time on our hands than we did a week ago.
I got some news for you too about that.
Let me hear it.
You want to do it now? You
Yeah, I
want
want to hear it now.
G to the L to the O. Big Glow.
Glorilla herself
She's coming to FedEx Forum, bro.
to visit Chris Vernon's show.
To visit Chris and friends. And friends. It's called Glorilla and Friends first annual Glow Bash at FedEx Forum on July 25th, 2025. G to the L to
Who
the
are her
O.
friends?
Big Glow. I don't know who her friends are.
Oh.
She got homies, though. G to the L to the O, Big Glow.
Glow Bash?
Glow Bash. Yeah. I mean, I'm in there, bro. I'm in there like swimwear for sure. Y'all got to pull up. I need y'all to go there with me.
That's 2 days before Creed. I'll be getting ready for Creed.
Glow Bash.
Glow
First
Bash.
annual.
Glow
So this
Bash.
is going to be an annual thing.
Yeah, we got to have
Glow Bash.
Glow Bash.
I want to know who her friends are.
I mean, she probably got a lot of friends.
Is this because they can't do Yo Gotti's birthday bash anymore? Because Yo Gotti's not like popular anymore?
Or he's just not just can't have him around, Roser.
Oh, we can't have him around?
You know the only one I care about, Devin.
Oh, Big Carbon? K Carbon?
I'm Big Carbon.
Yeah.
I need a photo of you and
I'm Big Carbon.
I need you-
Yeah. Go through his wallet. Yeah.
we need a photo of Chris Vernon and K Carbon.
Oh, I have
Please.
to. Me and Big Carbon. Big Carbon.
I'm gonna hit up my guy Hit
Go
Kid.
through his wallet. Shabuya. Roll call.
Hey, we need the link up. K Carbon.
Yes, K
and
Carbon.
Chris Vernon.
Holler at me, K.
Hit Kid. I'm gonna hit you up, bro. We need this link up.
Big Carbon.
I need you to rap that verse for K
She's
Carbon.
gonna be there. She's gonna be there. She's
for-
gotta be.
She'll for sure be.
She'll for sure be a Glow Bash.
We better have heightened security for Glow Bash.
Why? Glorilla versus 100 men? That should be the name of her next album.
What?
Glorilla versus 100
You
men.
know how wordy that is?
Huh?
You know how wordy that is?
Man, maybe it's
By the way, she is
awesome.
She is a star, bro.
She is.
Big time.
Like
she killed Coachella, wasn't it? Coachella?
Coachella.
Yeah, Coachella.
Glowchella. Actually.
Glowchella.
That's what she called it, Glowchella. But like she went from like being like when she made that one song, right? It was like, yo, is she gonna be a one-hit wonder? Is she gonna be one of those where flash in the pan? She did have a moment where she made that song with NLE Chopper and people were like, oh well, we sleep. Yeah. And she went back in and she had a banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
Glorilla, Glow Bash.
Glow Bash, we in there, bro. Rosa, pull up.
No.
I'll be getting ready for Creed.
ready for
A
Creed.
band that
Sorry.
came out 30 years ago.
Sorry, that's
When
not
is the last Creed song?
Kryptonite.
What do you mean, what is the last Creed song?
What is the last Creed song?
Oh, I have no idea.
What do you think?
The last song they made? I have no idea. I don't know any new Creed.
What year do you think?
Probably like...
If they have a new album...
They probably got one that came out. I bet like 2013 or something.
No, I hope they do the thing that we hate that artists do. I hope they show up and play all their new stuff.
They don't do that.
They haven't dropped an album since 2008, bro.
2008? Okay, I said what,
Full
2013?
Circle was their
Yeah.
last album.
That was their last album?
Roser, that was like almost 15 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta come play their new stuff.
Bro, you gotta come see Glow, bro. You don't want to see Glow.
Stop
and look.
I hope they come. I hope they
toes.
come early. I hope they come early in town and we get a Glorilla Creed mashup.
Hey, that would be hard, bro.
All right, let's take a break. We're back into this Chris Vernon show.
New issue of Slam, the cover dropped, and it is our friend Jaren Jackson Jr. on the cover.
And shout out to you, Lane.
Yeah.
You kept. Well, I mean, we knew about it, but you kept this a secret the whole time.
Yeah.
So shout out to you. For
I wrote
putting
this story.
together.
We did the photo shoot a couple weeks ago here on a Sunday afternoon in the practice court. The Sneak Fest show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
We touched on this earlier, the panel here, about what really has been the mainstay of the Grizzlies, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. Trip has just been awesome.
He's posting guys up. He's stronger than he's ever been. He's physical, and he's scoring all type of ways.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
All you American wrestling fans out there, watching this international road to WrestleMania should be a wake-up call. Turn up at these shows. Stop being so spoiled, because Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes,
I love it.
Cody Rhodes.
let's go Cena sucks.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing my finger because you're telling those people that they need to do better.
Yeah.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Bane drives. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Jared with a knockaway.
Good defense.
Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
Let's go! Let's go!
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Debo traded from San Francisco to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick. There's no other sport where you would get a player of his ilk for a 5th-round pick.
Over under total yards for Debo. If they set it at 1,000, you think he hits that over?
Total yards?
Total yards from scrimmage. Total yards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Yesterday was the talk of the town. It was a cow on the side of the road.
Do you live close to a movie theater? I'm just curious because maybe the cow was trying to go to the movies.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Throwing dead presidents. Look alive. Party is the evidence. It's a vibe. Celebrating excellence. We survive. Two-seater snapping, girl. I'm happy it's just you and I. Throwing dead presidents. Look alive. Party is the evidence. It's a vibe. Celebrating excellence. We survive. Two-seater snapping, girl. I'm happy it's just you and I. Yeah.
Vernon Show. We got Warriors and Rockets tonight. We got Timberwolves and Lakers tonight. So we got two great ones that are going on. Every week at this time, we are joined by Jessica Benson from The Jessica Benson Show, which you can watch and listen to every morning on Grind City Media at 8 o'clock. She joins us now. All right, so we got a lot of stuff that has been going on around town. Sure. Are you finally caught up on rest? They had you working like a dog.
I am not.
They had you working like a...
I took a 10-minute nap before I came in here, and when I tell you, I put my head down on the couch,
gone.
set my alarm for 12:45, out. Like a light.
Out.
Alarm goes off. I was like, oh my God. We'll catch up. But this month is so busy in May in Memphis.
I know.
And
so
I
you got
I don't foresee a catch up till Memorial Day.
Look, we haven't caught up on anything. Obviously, as you know, with what's going on in your life over the last month with having to do all of your different duties here.
It is
like
crazy.
The last thing you're only worried about the next thing you have to do, and now it all settles down. And you can kind of recalibrate and be like, oh, okay, well, now what? Is there stuff to do now that I don't have the Grizzlies going on every waking moment of my life?
You want to know the funniest story of that is I had completely tapped out of the Bill Belichick, Jordan Hudson relationship, going back to like the conversation around Hard Knocks, why that didn't pan out, why was she on the field at spring? I was just like, I don't care about this. And then I'm Grizzlies lose Saturday, exit interview Sunday. I come home and I'm scrolling and I see the obvious CBS Sunday Morning interview that no one can shut up about now. And I'm like, seems like a good time to get reinvested in the Bill Belichick.
Dude, I heard, radio legend Chris Russo, I saw somebody posted a clip of him on his Sirius show yesterday talk about it, and it made me think about it in a way that I had not before. So because I have a daughter, he's like, I have a 24-year-old daughter. He's like, if she came home and was like, hey, Dad, I want you to meet my new boyfriend, but we got to go for the early bird special. And then some 74-year-old man showed like... And I was thinking about it through the prism of I have a daughter. Like, that would be insane.
You would think that's
if your 20-something-year-old daughter is introducing you to her boyfriend and her boyfriend's in his 70s.
He's an
what if that boyfriend is Bill Belichick?
No, it's mega creepy no matter.
It's like, how'd you meet my
Yeah, that's creepy, bro. See? It just is. It is.
Would you date a 70? Never mind.
That's a good question.
Never.
Would you date a 75-year-old?
How old is your dad? I've met your dad.
My dad's
so one of your dad's friends.
I know my dad's friends who have 20-year-old girlfriends. Like not,
what?
Like not a lot of them, but like people who exist.
Conference commissioners.
Is your dad friends with Bill Belichick?
No, but there
he
are
was a
men
sports guy
in powerful positions who on their. That's the thing.
Oh come
when
on!
I
have
went
nothing.
down this rabbit hole. Like Bill Belichick. Did you know he was married to his childhood sweetheart for like 30 years?
Yes.
And then that whole situation was crazy. Maybe he just like doesn't want to make decisions in his life anymore. I don't know.
My
so
God.
She's like his secretary?
Sure sounds like it. She sounds like she's like his administrative
what do you
assistant.
think
My dad is 76. It is insane.
It is insane.
Now, in fairness, my dad's in a wheelchair, so it would be super insane.
Yeah. Jessica, this is it, because you grew up around this kind of. Like you would
not on that level, but
no,
like
not on that
adjacent.
level, but like you probably saw several older guys with like young girlfriends.
Yes,
at
I would meet their
different
first
events.
wives, and then I'd meet their second wives,
Okay,
and they were
that's
30
crazy.
years younger than the one that.
Bill Belichick and Sting talk about?
I really don't know. Like I truly.
What do you think they got?
There is
my
such
dad,
a disconnect.
I had to
everything.
drive to my dad's house a week ago
So here's
to
this.
turn his Bluetooth
Let
on
me
so
turn it
his
around.
mouse on his computer could work.
God, I just had
That's
to
what a
teach-
76-year-old is like.
My mom this past week was flying out of Memphis, and she was like, I just don't understand how to add my boarding pass to my Apple Wallet. And I was like, I've told you how to do this 100 times.
Bro.
There's a so
My
I also
mom
went
drives
school.
over to my house so I can add the tickets to her phone.
Yes. Okay, glad we're on the same page.
Yes.
Obviously, going to USC, I have a lot of these situations as well, both with like people I went to school with. I have one classmate who ended up with like an 80-year-old woman. So it happens both ways.
What?
Yeah.
How do you?
Star of the group chat.
Wait.
I'm not friends with him. I want to be clear, but it's just someone I know.
80?
80's crazy.
She's got to be close.
Good wrinkles.
Good
raisins. Good raisins.
They travel the world.
Good raisins.
They stay at the nicest hotels.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to the Raisins.
Enough.
Bro.
All right, I might do that too. Get us caught up on everything.
I'm married for love, not for money.
Yeah.
Our journalism career.
So happy for you.
Now that we've got more time on our hands. This is the first time any of the three of us had been to the movies in forever. Devin went and saw Sinners yesterday, gave it a great review.
So happy for you.
Yeah, and so
Paradiso.
Look, now we have a little more time on our hands. What do we need to know about?
Okay, so Roser had me do 5 things going on in Memphis.
Let me hear it.
In May, and we have to start with Riverbeats this weekend.
It is? I feel like this is not being talked about.
This weekend, and
it's not. And it's a good lineup.
This is now what has replaced Music Fest, right?
And you better get ready because Saturday, from everything I hear, Saturday's close to sold out. VIP sold
What?
out. Like Killers play Saturday. If you want to see them, get your ticket now.
Yeah. I love the
It is
Killers.
doing absolute numbers, and
They're my
think
favorite.
seeing the Killers on the river will be a religious experience.
I love them.
I'm so excited to sing
Mr. Brightside.
Oh yeah, that's a banger.
Yeah.
Like, even
banger.
we mess with
Forever
that joint.
banger.
You remember I sent you that thing
love that
right
song,
before
bro.
we went to Vegas last year for Summer League, and it was the bar that they had just torn down, and it was the first they had torn down this bar, and it was one of these weird things. It's you could probably look up the story. It's like some old Irish bar. It's been there forever, and they tore it down right before we went. And of course, I didn't even know. But it's one of those things that after you hear it, you regret that you didn't go. The reason that the bar was important is because the hotel next to it, Brandon, the guy that's the lead singer of the Killers, he was like a bellman, like at the front, whatever. And he used to go over to this bar, and he went over to the bar, and his girl was there with a dude, and he wrote Mr. Brightside.
Wow.
What was the name of that bar? What is the name of the bar? And they tore it down last year, and he wrote that song, which ended up becoming like one of the biggest hits of the last 20 years.
Bro, that's a banger.
And it was like it was like this place in Vegas, and they tore it down.
It was called the Crown and Anchor Pub.
There it is.
1350 East Tropicana Avenue.
Yep, that was it.
Wow.
And it got torn down last year.
Wow.
And they said that was the reason
Where the
it was
magic
famous
happened?
is because he wrote Mr. Brightside after this occurrence. He had gotten off work, and his girl showed up with a dude.
Dang.
And then he wrote one of the biggest songs ever.
Sometimes heartbreak,
beautiful thing.
Crazy, right?
I really
Heartbreak
wish
music.
that Mr. Brightside would take over Sweet Caroline as the white people anthem.
Please.
I think it's about time.
Can we
it's
vouch
gonna
for this, bro?
happen.
Hey, what's the college? What's the
Life
college that they do
evolves.
it at?
There's a real chance.
Michigan.
It's Michigan.
Is it Michigan? They do it at Avs games too.
they do.
No,
I
never
need
mind.
them to
Sorry,
take
that's
over.
all.
No, they do all the small things at Avs
Someone
games,
else
yeah.
does Mr. Brightside.
It's the
though, I
University
feel
of
like.
Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan football. They do it. They do
So
Michigan
fun.
football.
Great song. They have so many good songs too. Like Somebody Told Me.
Great.
Human.
Yeah, I love them.
Anyway, they're Saturday. So truly, like if you want to go.
Who else is big
you
on
should go
Saturday?
now. The Saturday lineup is Killers are your headliner. You have Public Enemy.
Oh,
at
gosh.
8, which I'm
Wait,
amped
is Flavor
for.
Flav coming?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. No, they toured as a group.
Cage the Elephant, Flo Milli, Steven Wilson Jr. Those are the ones that I know on Saturday.
What's today? Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. Today's
Wait.
Wednesday. So I think Friday.
Hey.
so-
You forgot Friday. Busta Rhymes?
no, so I think Friday's the better day than Saturday. I was shocked. I get that the Killers moves a lot of people, but you get Busta and Missy and Ludacris on Friday. That's going to be
back to back to
insane.
back, bro.
I've got to get Chuck D in here.
I'm so
And
excited.
Steve Aoki.
I know.
You think
At like
Chuck
5.
D? You think they'd
Stevie
be in
Aoki at
town by
like 5
Friday?
p.m.
The drums ain't even kicked in yet.
See if they've got a concert schedule. I got to get my man
you
Chuck
could
D
probably-
in here.
You could probably no. That's their next date. You could probably just reach out to them.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to get him on Friday.
See if they're here Friday. Yeah.
If he's not, maybe he could Zoom with us.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm going to do it.
Chuck D?
Yes.
By the way, why is Steve Aoki at 5
So
o'clock? bro?
I don't know.
The
I
drugs
feel
ain't
like
even
they
kicked
should have
in
made
yet, bro.
him like a
Oh, yeah,
1
that's
a.m.
weird.
end of the night. But I think there's a curfew at the park, if I remember correctly. Like something
So
has to be
Friday
done.
is
You gotta let the
Busta
drums
Rhymes.
kick
Friday
in.
Who else?
Busta, Ludacris, Missy,
Wow.
which is gonna be great. And then Sunday, Anderson .Paak is the headliner.
I love him.
Yeah, me too. I'm amped for that. Benson Boone, who's really popular right now. But
Oh yeah, kids love him.
Did you see him at the Grammys?
Yeah, all he does is backflip, Vernon. I've seen him backflip at the Grammys.
He was
I've seen him
awesome.
backflip at Coachella. All this man does is backflip his face off.
No,
But
dude, he was
great.
an Electric Factory.
Yeah, he was in that bright blue suit. I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
have I been
dude.
sleeping on Benson Boone? And then I seen him do that trick over and over and over again.
He won me over,
But he's
though.
super popular right
He
now.
won me
He's
over.
like a
I was
Hardy
like,
boy.
this guy, it's like friggin' Freddie Mercury or some crap.
And he does.
Wow, we did it so well. Crewing band.
I don't hate it.
just
Our
did
Benson Boone impression.
I like Benson
Big
Boone.
festival time. Galantis is. I love Galantis. I've seen them before. They put on a great
Galantis?
show. Galantis.
I'm unfamiliar with their
Yeah.
work. All right.
Anyway, it's gonna be awesome. Like shout out.
Are you
Riverbeat.
gonna go all three?
Yes.
Bro, is that
That's why I live
does this say
downtown to do
DJ
things like
Jazzy
this.
Jeff? JB?
Yeah, DJ Jazzy
Yeah.
Jeff is Sunday also.
How much does it cost?
Oh, let's look.
This is a sneaky good little
Yeah, I may have to do this.
Tickets.
I haven't been to a festival in years.
If Verno goes to this festival, I need y'all to let me know because I know this man does not like to be around a group of people.
I would take my son.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't
But
go
he
by
would probably
myself.
run away though.
A
He would run away.
3-day general admission
He would like me
is.
with the
Oh, it
homies.
just went up to $249. It was
There's also
200
nothing
over
that
the
kids
weekend.
like.
single
That's
day-
why they're not going to have a bunch of kids there. Kids
Single
don't
day
like
is
it.
$100.
No.
It's
None of
$100.
those are-
Single day is 99.
Huh?
It's $100
Yeah.
for single day.
But none of those are young people acts.
No, except Benson Boone.
There's
That-
nobody he
kids like
cares
him.
about on
Yeah,
that.
Benson Boone's pretty young at this point.
Yeah. But that's young girls.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm saying there's
Take
nothing a
Haley.
teenage boy cares about. I bet William doesn't even know those bands.
Take Haley.
That's so sad.
That's true. There's really nobody for like
No,
that young.
there's nobody
No,
young.
it's a pretty our
You
age.
can't believe they didn't get Ken Carson, bro.
Even DJ Jazzy Jeff, bro. Like that's for like
Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
Come on.
Steve
All right.
Aoki.
All right, so we got Riverbeat going on. What else we got?
So, following Riverbeat, as you know, if we were talking about things in May, and we can't say it collectively as Memphis in May anymore because that is a different story, but we have the competing barbecue fests yet again. Smoke Slam, the world's ultimate barbecue showdown, down on the river, May 15th through 17th. And then Memphis in May's World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest, May 14th through 17th, out at Liberty Park. Almost everybody I know on a team, not everybody, so please don't come for me, has moved down to Smoke Slam at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's
Like, I
on the
think I'm
river.
doing
It's on the
Smoke
river.
Slam
The
this year.
vibes are
The vibes,
the
the
vibes.
smell of barbecue in the air on the river is unbeatable. It's just not the same. I hate it. It's just not the same.
Do you know if the Grizzlies are doing one?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
We used to always
We
have
used to
a
have a tent.
thing.
Yeah.
A two-story joint.
Yeah.
This be great vibes.
So people are moving downtown.
I think it's
Just
just,
'cause it's
the
on the
pull of the
river.
river.
Yeah.
The river pulls everything. And I will say, Smoke Slam last year, like what I thought was the coolest part is even just buying a ticket to it, you get to eat. Like they have so many free samples that you go through that comes with admission. Like if you buy a ticket, even if you don't know a soul, you could come from out of town, not know anyone in a tent, because that's all. Like I remember when I first moved here.
Is it parties still?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
vibes.
Oh yeah.
Parties.
Yeah, but there's like other stuff, and they have music too. I forget who everyone performing is, but like Big and Rich. Save a horse ride.
We're coming
performing
to your city.
So I'm
If you
very
want a little
excited
ching
for
in your
that.
chain, if you want a little wing in your wine,
Yeah.
wine.
Come along.
Is that them?
I will say that
That's
dude.
them?
Yes.
That dude is here a lot
John Rich.
because he's a massive St. Jude
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huge.
Does a lot of
He's
work.
That's
raised
the college
a
game day
fortune
guy.
for St. Jude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Big
perform
and rich.
Big and
Yeah, are they bringing
Rich.
Cowboy Troy?
The Revivalists are also performing.
Yeah.
Big and Rich is day 3, so that's Saturday.
Are they going to perform the college game day song? I might go for
I mean,
that.
I hope so. I'd go just for that.
All right,
I'd
so
go
we got,
just for
so we
that.
got. You think that the downtown one is the one that's going to do
I'm
bigger numbers?
But like I'm a downtown
Yeah.
purist, so I don't want to speak ill of the.
Did you
there
go
are
to either of
I went to
them?
both last year.
And you thought downtown was
My
better.
2 teams that were the only reason that I was still like married to having to go out to Liberty Park have now moved.
Is the Liberty Bowl one lame?
It's not lame. I had just as much. I had a great time.
They say
I just love that I can walk down, like from my place to go downtown.
Understood.
And I think most people
Yep.
just again. It's
It's
the
the-
intoxication
that's
of
the
the
best
river.
part of it.
Like,
Being drunk
you
on
watch
the river.
On the
sunset,
river.
Being drunk on the
you're-
river is
You're
always
down
what
there.
we-
It's a good time.
'Cause you
and
can
it
walk
flows
from the-
into downtown,
Yeah,
and it's fun.
Everybody leaves there and goes downtown.
Because if you get lit at the
That's
Liberty
right.
Bowl, you got to make some decisions.
Yeah.
Yes. Just trying to throw, because I didn't want to make this like a soul thing. But I would add, in terms of music acts coming in May, I will definitely be at Lil Wayne on May 15th.
Oh,
at Fox
wow.
Forum. Like, I think that's going to be
here.
Fire. Yes.
I saw
I'm
their-
hopeful.
He's got
I'm
a bunch of
hopeful.
he's got a bunch of people
I'm
coming
I
with
saw
him.
their
Hot
set.
Boys.
I saw their set at Dreamville. It's definitely gonna be.
Is it
wicked.
good?
It's phenomenal.
They got a bunch of people coming with them.
It's
Yeah,
the big
the Hot
timers, bro.
Boys
It's like
and
the
Big
Hot Boys.
Timers.
Yep.
So they're gonna do it. Juvenile's gonna do his songs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna do their songs.
Cash
be
Money
fun.
is an Army, better yet a Navy.
It'll be an exciting
That'd be a
time.
good one.
So, throw that on the end. Festival month, I feel like May is full on when all the festivals start, 'cause we
Yep.
used to say like Memphis in May, but now it's just everything else. So, here are some options for you.
Okay.
Overton Square Crawfish Festival on May 3rd. There was a crawfish festival downtown last weekend. Didn't know it was happening, but stumbled onto it. It was packed. People love crawfish. Do you like crawfish?
Hate it.
Me too. It's not my favorite. I
Disgusting.
don't hate it.
I do it for,
but
like, the
I
social,
do it
like-
for the event.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
social.
I'll
Dirty.
do it, but I
Crawfish
don't love it.
festivals are fun, but like actually eating the
is.
crawfish
Can be a
is
little
not.
too
Yeah,
complicated.
like
Dirty
whatever.
I actually prefer like the corn and potato. I prefer
Yeah.
the fixins
It's
to the
dirty.
actual crawfish.
Yeah.
You describe it is crazy.
Well, it's also
is.
like
They
you're
call them
watching
mud
them
bugs.
alive.
Yeah.
Not to be
Right.
that person, and I don't care. I eat
They
meat
are
and
like
everything
the
else, but they're
bottom of the
literally
river
in
bugs,
this
right?
little,
Yeah,
not
dude,
little,
they're-
like a
no.
big bin, and you watch them like clawing for their little
Yeah, I don't-
lives,
no.
and then you watch them just
Not my
dumped into
thing.
steaming water, and people cheer, and I'm
It's
like,
not my thing.
I don't need to cheer while I watch like my cow slaughtered for my steak.
You do not like the lobster machines, do you?
No, they make me sad.
Yeah.
Also,
I just like to
don't-
not
it's
think
just
about it,
that's
you know?
not my thing.
I like
No,
the way the
I'm
meat,
with crawfish.
I
are-
like the way the crawfish meat tastes, but I don't like fighting my food.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like the
The
fights.
other thing is the whole suck the head thing. It's just
The
gross.
whole thing is a little
gotta suck the
disgusting.
head, bro.
It's nasty.
Okay.
You ain't gotta suck the head.
Greek
bro.
Festival
That's why I
is May 9th through 10th. Greek Festival, which I've never done.
I
during my
haven't
time in
either,
Memphis,
but I love
I've
Greek
heard
food.
Great things, and I've
Yeah.
heard the food situation is awesome. There is a Mains on Main Festival at the what's it called Soul and Spirits Brewery.
What'd you say?
Mains on Main.
Wait, where's the Soul and Spirit?
Soul and Spirit is,
We're
I think, one of the
freaking
most
lying?
underrated breweries in the city. It's,
What is?
Soul and Spirit?
I've never even
I
heard
love
of
it
it.
there. It's so nice. It's like a great place to chill. My book club does book club there sometimes.
club?
They have like a room where you can.
Are you 85?
I'm sorry. Book club is the hottest night in town. It's a gossip night, and you talk about the book for 5 seconds. I had book club last night.
Oh, so y'all don't really talk about the book?
No, we had a tremendous
This
time.
is just called
catching up on
group
life.
text.
Yeah, we
Sure.
got.
It's an excuse to get together.
I'm sorry, men. Do you bring your group text to
Yeah,
life?
We
It's
actually
it's
do.
called the golf
Yeah,
course.
it's
That's right.
No, we don't. Ours is called Brookhaven.
Or Brookhaven, or whatever it is.
All right, so book club's an excuse.
But I do like that brewery a lot. And there's another beer festival. It's called Hopped that I did a couple
where
years ago.
is
This the
that
Soul
brewery
and
that you
Spirit.
speak of? How do you
So
guys?
bad
You
with
guys hadn't heard of it
directions.
either?
It's like
I've heard of it. No,
Okay,
I've
so
heard
you
of it.
don't cross over to
on
Mud
Main.
Island, right?
Yeah, it's on Main
You
Street.
don't cross over. You keep going down, and it's all the way down there.
Past
There's
the pyramid.
2 breweries down there.
Past the pyramid.
Yeah, past the pyramid. Way past the pyramid.
Way past.
Way past.
Yeah, this place is huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
Do they
Great
make
events there.
beers that are like
Yeah,
in
they're good.
Memphis? They
Yeah.
can them?
Yeah.
And you could buy them at
Yeah.
the store?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Soul and Spirits.
I've never even heard
There you
of it.
go. That's what the
Hey,
segment's
Yeah,
for.
tap
Wow.
in, bro.
Delicious craft brew.
What do you mean tap in? You don't know it.
I just said I know where it is.
You don't know. All right,
It's
what,
on
is,
North Main. It's
what
on
kind of
Park-
what name of beer?
I've never
they have?
been, but I'm saying I know where it is.
Coochie.
I'm tapped in, bro. Come on now.
They
Hoochie
do.
Coochie
They've
beer.
got Hoochie Coochie.
Yeah.
Hoochie Coochie?
That's their
Signature.
that's their signature IPA.
Okay.
Do the Hoochie
They've got
Coochie.
It's
their
delightful.
Bring It Home. Their
Okay.
Smoke Stack. That's their
It's
dark
called
lager.
What is it?
Soul and Spirit.
Soul and Spirit. And it's a
Yes.
fun place to go to, too.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Also coming this May, first ever Martini Festival of its kind. It's called the Memphis Lemon Drop Festival on May 25th on Main Street at Court Square. And it is the optimal oasis for all lemon drop connoisseurs.
Okay.
I actually mess with lemon drops, but
So
that's,
do I.
We're just
They're
making up
delightful.
stuff at this point.
Yeah, how do you-
Like
what do you-
last weekend, it
That's
was
not-
There's
it's
also
not
a
what
Memphis
they-
Margarita Festival on May 31st.
Okay. These
There was
things are-
just a Memphis, what was it?
We gotta
a
drop
Mimosa
Mimosa.
Festival at
Yo,
AutoZone Park that was
hey,
packed.
that joint was a vibe. If I saw the photos
See?
at AutoZone,
I'm just
Mimosa
giving you
Fest was a vibe.
options.
But
I'm just giving you
They had
options.
I
Hot
feel
Wing
like we
Fest
need
was
to have a
last
discussion
weekend.
of what is worthy of festival.
They did
Festival?
do Hot Wing Fest last weekend.
They did also do Hot Wing Fest last weekend.
What do you think is worthy
You want to
of
put a
festival?
cap on the festivals?
I just think, like,
Yeah,
you know what I
no,
mean?
we
I think
just-
there needs to
yeah.
be, like, at some some point. Like
I like a festival.
Like, okay, but like, what if I said, hey, next week we're having a Twinkie festival for people that love all kinds of Twinkie stuff? Hey, come on.
I think what we need to do is actually change the list.
Draw
I think
the line.
a festival needs to be multiple days.
Yeah,
that's what I view a festival
It also
as.
needs to have multiple items, in my opinion.
So there has to be choice.
But
if there was a Twinkie festival, there would be multiple choices.
I don't like Crawfish
Festival. At the
Festival.
Crawfish Festival, there's food trucks along with it.
What kind of festival do you like?
Shakes Fist.
Yeah, I know, right? He's like an old man.
Barbecue festival, I like.
I'm putting a cap on all these festivals.
I like Italian
really
festival.
People.
I bet Greek festival's great.
Okay, keep going.
Food Truck Fest. I've been to Food Truck Fest. There's all kinds of food trucks.
Oh, come on. Like, you want me to have a Sprite festival, stupid?
A Sprite festival? That sounds great.
For everybody that likes
need to
Sprite.
come up with our new...
Come on, you can have... My point is you could have a festival for anything.
Fried Treats Festival.
It doesn't need to be called a festival. Just get together and drink some.
The fattest day of the year.
They want people to get together and vibe.
Yeah.
No, they're just trying to get money out of you. Like,
is there we also have Cinco de Mayo in
Cinco
May.
de Mayo is Monday.
Yeah.
He's like,
find your favorite Mexican restaurant.
Americans love to find an excuse to drink.
Nobody loves crushing a margarita
Yes.
on Cinco de Mayo like an American.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay.
We love
Other option for
celebrating
this
other
offseason
countries.
in May. I want everybody.
Tell somebody with a straight face you're going to Lemon Drop Festival.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because that's crazy.
Okay.
But
then we agree.
The concept.
We agree.
No, we don't
Hey,
agree.
where are you going tomorrow? Actually, I can't go, man. I'm going to the Lemon Drop Festival.
I mean, if you want some stinks, bro, it's gonna be some stinks at Lemon Drop Festival.
Okay.
Also,
Wait,
does it change your
Jalen, did you
mind
say
if it
you're
goes
going?
by A martini festival?
I'm telling y'all, bro. Put respect on it, bro.
Jalen's going to Lemon Drop Fest.
Okay, but that's because he's got a newborn at home. He's trying to find anything to do.
And he's like, oh, I can drink?
As much as possible.
We're trying. Look, the more variety in festivals, the better, bro.
Okay, great.
Like you wouldn't go to like a golf festival,
That doesn't even make sense.
Titleist festival,
That doesn't make sense.
Golf festival.
bowl fest. I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
Funko Pop Festival.
Funko Pop Fest. You go to a car show. It's the same thing.
No, the point is the one item thing.
Yeah,
Why
there
do
are
we
tons
call
of
it
cards
something
in a
like
card
a-
show.
I think it needs to be a
Conference.
bigger deal.
Like Comic-Con is a conference. Why isn't it a festival? Why are we using different words for these things?
There's a lot of different people that enjoy a lot of different things.
Okay, just go drink.
That sounds like a great idea. Or just go eat, which is my other piece of my
Thanks.
Memphis in May agenda.
Let me hear it.
I want everybody to go support your favorite local restaurant because the times are about to be tough for these local restaurants, and I love the restaurant scene in this city. So last night at my book club, I went to Felicia Suzanne's, which just reopened, and it is back on fire. The deviled eggs. It's
great.
I've been waiting like 6 years for them. Funny story. When Chris and I first moved here, we had like our first nice night out at Felicia Suzanne's, and we really loved it. And then we had this group of friends that used to go to the like 10-cent martini after. I don't know if you know the past there, but you could get 10-cent martinis and just get a very good time. And then one day Felicia Suzanne's closed, and then that was on one side of Maine. And then suddenly, like maybe in 2018, like a sign popped up that Felicia Suzanne's was coming back, and it became a running joke in our household. Would we still be in Memphis when Felicia Suzanne's reopened?
Wow.
And here we are, like 6 years after that original conversation.
It closed 6 years ago?
It closed before the pandemic.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I
but
don't know
it's back
why
and
it's I don't know why it's
awesome.
taking so long.
And it's back.
It's back. It's better than ever before. When my mom was in town, we went to The Lobbyist, which I think I've preached
heard
a good
it's
word for
great.
before, but like they got on the New York Times Best Dishes in America list with this corn mash that is absolutely tremendous. It was packed the night we went, which I love to see. The hot new like sandwich place in town, Hard Times Deli.
I went.
What'd you get?
I got the. Hold on. Let me
get
look
the
at the
buffalo
menu and I'll tell
chicken?
you what I got.
I gotta go to that joint.
Where the
Dude.
turkey bacon ranch was insane.
They say that every time the people go to the lines are OD.
Yes.
I got the. I'll tell you what I got. I got the chopped cheese thing.
Oh, I heard that was great. I mean, I
Great.
hear every single thing on the menu is incredible.
Great.
They also give you Gatorade in a can,
it
and
was
it made
awesome.
me feel like I was 10 years old. Really? Yeah,
It was
so good.
awesome.
Yeah.
I got it here
How
one
much-
day.
I heard they cost a grip though, don't it?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like probably
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
For like, is it big hoagie?
They're huge.
Huge.
Okay, so it's probably you get 2
Huge.
meals out of it. low-key.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes. Or you could go with somebody and
Delicious
share.
though. It was truly delicious. It was great.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
The farmers market just reopened downtown. They've got some great new stuff. It's also Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month in Memphis, and there are so many good Asian restaurants that just exist and new Asian restaurants. The Little Petals opened downtown, which is a sister restaurant to Little Petals of Peony, which is in Overton Square, which is awesome. It's like Szechuan food,
Yep.
spicy, really good. Bow Town Kitchen at Crosstown Concourse opened recently, which I've heard great things about. And then, do you remember Bon Thai?
Yeah.
It hasn't been there forever, but the new restaurant that just like took over that space, it's called Kura Hausa, just opened. So I've heard great things about all those things. Me too.
I
We were
miss
very sad
Bon
when
Thai,
Bon
and then
Thai
what was the
closed.
one that's down there that was down there by Max's, the nice restaurant?
Rizzo's?
I miss that too.
Oh.
Those freaking Prano Pup, lobster Prano
Rizzo's.
Pups.
Yeah.
Oh.
I miss Rizzo's and I miss Bon Thai.
Dude.
Bon Thai was
dude.
great.
Bon Thai was awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Good Fortune, another option downtown, which I
They were just talking about that yesterday. Everybody
Good Fortune?
told me I
Oh,
need
it's
to go
fantastic.
there.
Everybody goes on dates.
It's so
apparently.
good. Their wings are really good.
got
Like I
good
know you
wings?
wouldn't normally go to an Asian restaurant and be like, I want to get the wings, but I love their wings.
Okay.
They also do the wing sauce that they use. You can also get them in chicken tendies, not tenders, tendies.
Oh.
And the ramen's good. Their desserts are always good. They do that ice cream and like the.
Everybody says this place is great. I gotta go try it.
It is. Okay,
Good
great
Fortune.
restaurants.
I might do that for lunch one day, maybe.
And then also just get outside while you still can.
Yeah.
Because it's about to be
Vernon, go see a
800 million
festival.
degrees.
Again, I'm not anti-festival.
Devin, you said golf
I'm
festival.
anti-one-item festival.
You're anti-lemon drop festival.
One-item festival. That's not even an item that everybody loves.
Devin said, would you go to a golf festival? And somebody said, that's called a golf tournament.
And so, yes, I would.
Or it's called going to play golf.
Look, man, look, one item festival. Like, what about like a vegan festival? How you feel about that?
That's tons of different options.
So many different options. So you wouldn't go to like a. I just love when people just get out and like vibe, bro.
Me too.
How many times? Hold on.
Saying,
How
bro.
many times do you drink a lemon drop a year? One.
Actually, that's cap. Because lemon drops are fire.
No. How many?
What are you talking about?
A year.
Okay, I'm about
How
to
many
learn
lemon
more
drops
about
per
this
year
lemon
do I
drop
drink?
festival.
Yeah, a year.
I don't count me lemon
Just
drops.
pick a random number.
Probably 25.
This is the best promotion
25
for
to
this
30.
festival, too.
By the way, lemon drop
Nobody
festival-
knew
There
it
will
was
be
going
over.
on.
You do not have a lemon drop once every
Yeah.
10 days. That is asinine.
There will be over 20 lemon drop stations. So there's 20 stations with different flavored lemon drops, ranging from strawberry, peach, blueberry, apple, lemon, and more.
20? It's just going to be one person
what?
going from station to station.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
drink.
Could be
There's
drunk
also
as
going
hell.
to be vendors. I think that's the key.
I think I might
there's
pull up.
other local vendors who will have tents, and you can get your lemon drop and then shop the vendors.
Okay.
That sounds amazing.
That's great.
See you there.
Fire.
Can't wait.
See you there.
I'm gonna let y'all know how dope it is.
When does
it?
Bardog's,
May 25th at
when
Court
does
Square.
Bardog do their block party? Bardog usually always does that once a year. They do their block party.
I don't
They do
know.
like a 5K and they do like, because I did the dunk take one year. Yeah.
You did the dunk tank?
Nobody cares, Robert. No,
Grizz-
seriously, nobody cares.
I'm just saying.
It
but
appears their block party is normally
I'm
in
being serious when I
September.
say
No, that's fine if nobody cares.
No,
but
for
Bardog's
real.
block party's a big deal.
For
September.
September.
Hey,
oh,
no,
we're
for
way
real.
off. We'll have
Nobody
football
cares.
by then.
Nobody cares.
We're in
No,
football by
seriously.
then. We're not trying to get outside and support local businesses and have fun with friends.
And support.
Yeah.
Roser just
support
wanted
one-
to tell you he did a dunk take 8 years
I
ago.
was going to tell you guys to go to a
Nobody
Memphis Showboats game, but I didn't want you to kick me off the show.
What?
Wait,
I was going to tell you guys to go to a Memphis Showboats game as an option.
we don't support
in
party
May.
franchises.
I'm not going until Shador's the starting quarterback.
I agree.
Did
Which
you
is
know?
about a year.
Calm down.
I was in a.
Calm down.
Wow. Wow.
Calm down.
You know
I did
those
see a
big,
CFL
like,
team that said they have his rights, which I'm like, stop it.
You know, like the chains, those big chains that have like the big logo on them? They have those of the Showboats in Dick's Sporting Goods. At least the one on Winchester, they do. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and they're all still available.
Did
If
you buy
wanna
it?
get-
Did you buy one?
No.
You
And
should.
apparently nobody has because they're
You
just
should.
fully stocked.
How much are they?
I did not look.
Can we go like buy them?
But they're there. They're up by the register at
be
the Dick's Sporting Goods on Winchester. Yeah.
They should be $1 for every win they have.
So they're free?
She said go to a Showboat.
Yeah, just are you gonna go to
I
the
didn't.
Showboats game?
No.
Bennett has like season tickets, I think.
They didn't send me
I
free
will go
game.
to the Showboats game when they win a home game. Like, they have to win the home game first, and then I'll go to a Showboats.
Do they have a coach?
I think that's fair.
They barely got a coach.
I'm unclear who their
Didn't their
coach
coach
is at the
quit?
moment.
They barely got players.
Because he left. For good. I mean, he left and then came back
quit.
and then left.
He watched them practice.
The coach is Jim Turner.
I'm coaching the Little Giants out here, bro.
For sure not worth the money. I'm going to Lemon Drop
I
Fest.
coached Kurt Warner in the Super Bowl.
Game with the Showboats and Lemon Drop Fest.
Hey, I support one-item festivals. Bring them back to Memphis. I love them. We bring them
Good
all.
news.
I want
You
them
can
all.
go to the Memphis Showboats versus the Arlington Renegades on May 24th, and then Lemon Drop Fest on Sunday, May 25th.
You feel me?
That's a weekend.
You feel me?
Get a life.
Come on, bro. Have you ever had a lemon drop?
Yes.
They're fire.
Jaeger Bomb
The
Festival.
shot.
Just think about the
Just the shot.
Just think about the many flavors of lemon drops, bro.
Blueberry.
That's gonna do it for today's show.
Raspberry.
Invite Devin to your festival. He'll be there. No matter. You can have
I love me a
you
one.
can have any kind of festival in the world, and he'll show up to it.
So we're just gonna put on festival.
Yeah,
We're just gonna
Mosquito
call it,
Festival.
I'm there. That's
we're
called
just gonna
barbecue.
call
Be
it
there.
festival.
It's just an excuse to get together. I like any kind of festival. Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's just a bunch of people getting bit by mosquitoes. Well, at least you're doing it with your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna get bit by mosquitoes anyway.
Why are you anti? Jenna, what you got, bro?
I'm gonna get bit by mosquitoes anyway. Might as well go to Mosquito Festival.
Do it for the vibes.
Just go get drunk.
What are you talking
What
about?
if I told you you could buy a 5-seat couch at Lemon Drop Festival? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jenna makes 5 for $763.
A couch? What do you mean a couch?
Like a
Who's putting
section?
this thing on? Jeremy Hunt?
I know, right? Freaking, what's his name that runs Love? What's his name?
Curtis Gibbons.
Curtis Gibbons
Yeah.
putting on Lemon Drop Festival. I mean, his son did transfer.
What do you mean a couch? Isn't it outside?
I don't know. It
Roser,
just
I
popped
know-
up as an option on the
I
tickets.
know it's been
okay?
a while since you've been outside, but
Hey.
Oh, there's
but
also a
sex
10-seat
and culture
couch.
has ruined everything.
The reason they're selling a couch seat to somebody is because they're dealing with morons anyway.
No, that's not why. I know it's been a while since you've been out, Roser.
I wanna sit on
Section culture has killed everything. And this is like buying a section at Lemon Drop Fest.
not wrong.
Buying a
cultures
section?
Sections cultures ruin everything about going out. You wouldn't know what a section is. Do you know what a section is?
Yeah, like you buy a section at the club, you buy a table at the club or whatever. Yeah,
Section
yeah.
cultures ruin everything. People don't dance no more. People just want to get in the
Yeah,
section.
now when you have a festival, you just put couch parts out there and say, ta-da.
Buy
So
a
you've
section.
ruined the point
Yeah,
of a festival?
I want to sit on a couch in the hot sun. Like what?
Support all one item.
I think there's an
festivals, bro.
umbrella over the couch.
It's actually a guy from Nebraska that runs it. I'm just kidding.
Support all one item festivals. Don't listen to Vernon.
He's like, these noobs will sign up.
They'll buy anything.
Let's go to Memphis.
There's going to be some
Festivals
old
for
couch in the middle of
everything.
Court
Hey,
Square.
I'm with it, bro. Support one item festivals.
All right. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks to Jayla back in the studio. Rosa across the glass. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to Jessica Benson. Till tomorrow. We go.